We're already on camera, so failed on some destinations. Okay.
Oh, we're on.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. You can hear us. Good.
Yes, I can hear you guys. I don't know where I can see it. I feel like I'm a little delayed. I can't tell.
Well, I'm going to check right now and see if we're on Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Do I hear something? Is that
I think
delay?
that's outside Madison's car.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. That's good.
If anyone's with us live, and I don't see if anyone is, but welcome, and we're going to get started in like a second here.
A second. I'm trying to see if it's... Okay. I'm not sure how to tell, but...
I'm on my Instagram, and I'm on the Girl with the Same Name's page.
All right, let me check my page. The Girl with the Same Name, live tonight.
While we do that, I'll check YouTube.
I don't see it showing us as being live.
That's too bad.
It's not announcing it anyway.
Oh, it says that the Instagram stream failed.
Oh, so we're just on YouTube.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe that's something we fix in the future, and right now we go live on one of our phones.
Yeah.
Bear with us, everybody. It's new technology, you know? Things are...
Well, Microsoft is down today,
Yeah.
so we're going to blame this on Microsoft.
The world crashed.
It's Microsoft did it.
Are you doing it on yours?
No, I don't have any battery.
Oh, okay. I'm doing it on mine.
I'm just checking. Madison, how was your week?
So good.
Good.
I'm literally on my way to the beach at the moment, actually.
Nice.
A nighttime swim?
Yeah. My friend has a house down in Cape May that we're going to go into.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it'll be really fun.
Oh,
Hello. All right, we are now live on Instagram as well, so it should be telling people to join.
Nice.
We'll just manage both simultaneously.
Yeah.
Like we usually do.
Like we usually do. So, sorry everybody that we didn't meet last Sunday?
It was Sunday.
As scheduled. Hi. We, thought in light of what happened in Pennsylvania, and then President Biden's speech from the White House was probably more important than our live here. So we wanted to, what's view request? Request to be in your live. Oh, yeah, that's Madison's mom.
Should we have your mom come on live with us?
Yeah, she's come from this way.
View request.
Do not. Wait, what?
Do not.
That's a good idea.
We can have Janet join us for a minute.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Oh, I don't know if we're getting Janet.
Hey, Tony. Bravo on your two-part Mafia history.
Thank
It
you.
was... why won't it move up? I can't see. Well, thank you, Tony. Yeah, we think it's important. The history... I think history in general plays an important role in trauma and stories and sort of this underlying fear in the community in general, right? That it's so important that we thank you. We love you guys too. It's so important to us that people understand where the community is coming from. And we can't understand that without laying the groundwork of the history that's been ingrained into that particular community, both with the mafia and with the LGBT community, specifically to Pittsburgh, but then also sort of more globally LGBTQ history, right? And it's so important to understand where people's trauma and emotions and ideas come from, and to validate them by a long history, right? So thank you for listening. We thought those episodes were really important to do, and we'll have more history lessons in the future.
No, I mean, we've learned so much, and we were like, you know, you have to thread that needle of like, we want to tell you everything, but we also want to keep it 30 minutes. And
yeah. And it's also
or 60 minutes because we did 2 episodes.
Yeah. So season 2 will have more. The finale will have, which is coming up, our final episode of the season. That'll be coming up soon. Sent a request to be Daphne Lake sent a request to be in your live video. Yes, we want you guys to be live, but for some reason it's not allowing us. So all those, so much more to come in the final episode. Some surprises in the final episode. Hi.
Oh, we have Janet with us.
Hi.
Hi, Janet.
Is that my mom?
That's your
Yes,
mom.
your mom.
Guys, so
I can
everyone
see
knows
her
what's
on
going
the
here.
video.
Over here we have YouTube. Over here we have Instagram. On YouTube we have Madison with us, and on Instagram we have Madison's mom with us. So it's crazy. I feel like I'm juggling.
That's insane. That's crazy.
I feel like we know Madison's mom so well because Madison talks about you all the time, and we just feel so grateful to you for loaning us Madison for all this time. She's amazing.
Oh my gosh. You guys.
I don't know why oh, it's just dark. It's just dark where she's at. Yeah. This is Frenchie, a friend of Jamie's. She was truly amazing. Hung out at Lucky's and Images. Oh, Frenchie, it's so nice to meet you. We'd love to talk to you more. We love Jamie's friends. Not just her community, but her friends, her family, everyone Jamie surrounded herself with. Just an amazing and outstanding group of people. So it makes us so happy to say hello.
And I wanted to say, you know, obviously these past 2 episodes, Jamie has not been really in them.
Not the central focus.
But from the first we ever encountered this story and first started learning about it, we've heard so much about the mob. And like, you know, were they around? And they've been a part of that conversation since the beginning. And while we've heard so many different things about them and whether or not there could be any involvement in you know, in Jamie's and what happened to her, we felt it was really important to explore that relationship between the mob and the LGBTQ bars and community in Pittsburgh. And you've heard the episodes by now, I hope. So you realize it was, or perhaps you're from Pittsburgh and from the community and you know that story, and know more than we do about it still. But it was important to tell because that is the world that Jamie joined and became a part of. And
well, not just joined, but like it's her history too.
Yeah.
Uniontown is a part of a lot of that history. You know, she is through and through Pennsylvanian, and so important to understand the history.
Mm-hmm. We wanted to, if anyone has any questions, now Maddie's here. If anybody has questions, you know, fire them away. We'd love to answer them or just talk about, you know, what it was like to do these episodes. Yeah, for sure.
And what we can tell you is that there is a season 2. There were questions. Thank you for looking to tell you. Have your suspicions, but money can cover up anything. Yes, for sure, Frenchie. So we have the finale coming out before the end of summer. We want to take our time with it. There's one more interview that we are hoping to have done before then. It's just taking us almost a year to find this person and find information and speak with them. So, but even if we don't get them, you know what, we are going to go ahead and go on without them, right? And hope for a season 2. But second, so the finale, we have a lot of people we haven't heard from yet. Some familiar voices will be back. And then, I mean, for the finale. And then season 2, we're super excited. We're going to have a short hiatus period to get ourselves together and our information together for that. So that'll be, you know, this fall and winter, we'll be working on that. And then our aim to release beginning of the new year. So January 2025 is our target goal to release season 2. And that gives everyone plenty of time to share season 1 and binge it with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, contact us if you want to tell your story on season 2 about your time with Jamie. Oh my gosh.
The question is, what mob character did we have most interest in while investigating the mob?
Yeah.
I mean, it was wild, you know, just learn, you know, so many of these names we've come across, and then as we slowly like tied them to the community, because it's really interesting when you read Paul Hodis's book,
Steel City Mafia,
which is the history of the Pittsburgh mob. You've got all these names, and it's like Goodfellas. You get very familiar with them, but there's no mention anywhere of Pittsburgh's.
That is
bars.
Our associate producer, Madison Westenheiser, and Madison's mom's on here too, Janet. We can have as many people join us live. So anybody else who wants to join live, please feel free. We love having a conversation.
If you have any questions, Mom, you can just send a text.
Or say it out loud.
Oh, no, you can say it out loud. It's a conversation. I definitely think for me, when I started to learn more about Lucky, I was fascinated about Lucky. And
to be clear, Lucky was not in the mob, but
to be clear.
Yeah.
But he is a huge central figure within their stories and working in the club scene and the bars. And
I mean, that was what was crazy is that
I think a movie, a TV series, a movie on Lucky is what the world needs. I think it's amazing.
I agree.
Yeah, Lucky is just this character that's let's use a Kardashian word, iconic. Lucky's iconic.
He is.
But he is. He's an icon in the community, and he changed so many lives. And I'm talking about lives of people who are in their 20s and 30s today, like not just older people that are still running some of the bars, but young people that he engaged with or who know his history and have met his what do we call them in the episode?
Disciples,
his proteges. So Lucky is a fascinating person, and I'm still fascinated by him and would love, to hear more stories about Lucky.
Yeah. And I was trying to tie these thoughts together because Madison's original question of which mob figure was most interesting. And I never quite answered it, and that's okay. But when we learn these new aspects of their stories after we're already familiar with them from this very mob, almost not cliche, but prototypical mob story. And then you learn this whole other side to them, this whole other relationship they have. Characters like Tex Gill, the idea of a trans mobster who everyone was, basically fine with, except the DA.
Yeah.
But it's you don't realize there are other shades to the story that haven't been told yet. A tough guy like Lucky Johns, who was, from everything that's been described to us, an effeminate gay man. I don't know if and yet he had this chutzpah, this daring side to him that he, as Chuck said, he went up, he put his life on the line and went up against the mob and won, and basically became his own Don of of Pittsburgh's gay bar scene. It's an incredible
Exactly.
story.
Yeah. We did get in touch with Nancy. We played phone tag a couple months ago. And we are hoping for season 2 that she is going to be speaking with us in season 2. So she is on our list for getting in touch with over this hiatus. Over this hiatus, it just means that we won't be putting out new episodes, but we're going to still be working on the podcast. So season 2 will be done in full by January. So January, February. Yeah. I think we'll probably release it on Jamie's anniversary. So Nancy's one of the characters because she's a character too. I'm at work. Have to sign off. Thank you for all you do. Oh, thanks, Frenchie.
Thank you, Frenchie.
Look forward to speaking with you again. Thanks for listening and joining. So Nancy Pribich will be hopefully in season 2. We hope to get in touch with her in the next month or the next couple of weeks. And great questions, guys.
So now something you were worried about while on your trip to Pittsburgh.
Well, Madison.
You were there.
What do you think?
Is the mob something you were worried about on our trip to Pittsburgh?
The mob was something I personally was worried about, and I had to yell at Jason and Madison one time because they had me sweating. They had me sweating, and I was like, how dare you two put me in this position of sweating like this? I was so mad at them.
I have to tell you, I was not worried about the mob, but I was worried.
In general.
I was
worried about the mob. I don't know what you're talking about. I hit 3 a.m. one of those nights, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is scary. This is horrifying stuff.
Yes, I was like,
it was exciting.
Our baby Madison is out there, and I know that you're a big protective, like, dad figure, but I was like,
I was locked in my room.
I was terrified.
All the deadbolts.
I felt that you two, I couldn't go because I was in the middle of session. I mean, I teach, as I think everyone knows, I teach, so I couldn't. We also have a child, and could not take him out of school to do that trip. So Madison and Jason went, which is great. That's how productions work. We split up as producers, and we go out and we do live in-person interviews and scouting of the area. But I was scared to death. I was like, we're going to be you're going to be in, you're going to be out. You're not going to be out at dark. You're not going to have a drink. You're going to pretend to drink. If you're with these people doing an interview, you're going to order a drink and you're going to pretend to be drinking, but you're not actually going to be drinking. Your phone's always going to be on. You're going to have 911 ready. You're going to have the recorder on, so everybody's always being recorded. I had a lot of rules.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I mostly followed them.
And you mostly followed them. But you two, one night, you were like,
I just locked up my mom and son.
Janet's like, I'm glad there was another mom worried. But also, Madison was like, I'll call my dad. My dad will come.
Yeah, exactly. I'll check my mouth. I was like, he's right there. You know, if anything happens.
Yeah.
We've got people that know that we are in the area. I kept on saying too, I was like, if anything does happen, we're constantly on social media.
Yeah.
We're constantly like, everybody knows where we're at.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty of today too. It's like, yes, there are things going on, but luckily we are way more safe now than likely we would have been as journalists before. So it's
100%.
definitely much safer now.
Yeah. And you are journalists and you were treating it as a job. So you were being fair to everyone. We have been fair to everyone. There's no, accusations being flown about. So I definitely didn't feel that there was anything to hide. And also we had not received any threats. We've not received any threats. The exact opposite. People have been so willing and wanting to speak and tell the story, how they know it or how they knew Jamie. So that was like super reassuring. But I am definitely overly cautious and like, maybe we hire some Secret Service for the next trip.
Let me ask you a question. Did you feel now we're afar. We're in California, and we're doing, we did these past 2 episodes from here. But this is the first episode where we really kind of dug into the mob. Did you feel any like hesitation about any of this specific reporting, or do you feel like it was
because we
too far in
had
the past?
Yeah, well, but their family members, Sylvan. Remember, at the very beginning, I had mentioned something on my private Facebook, and somebody from Pittsburgh whose family is involved, has an uncle or something, did come out and like yell at me. And it was
jarring.
It was jarring because I hadn't said anything controversial. But it was very interesting. And this person lives in LA, but this was at the very beginning, before Madison was even working for us, or with us. So yeah, that has always sort of lived inside me, but that I think more of a social media troll than an actual threat.
But it was threatening.
But he was threatening me.
He was threatening. I mean, the threat emerged of talking to his people back in...
And not the mob.
Not the mob.
Police. Pittsburgh police, of talking to Pittsburgh police.
Yes.
And he threatened me. And I
Which
thought...
honestly, I'm just as scared of.
Yeah. That's good. Say that on camera. Thanks.
Well, you asked if I was afraid of the mob when we were in Pittsburgh. No, but I didn't want to get picked up for anything.
Right. Yeah. You guys, I had bail money ready. I was like, okay, fine. We have a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Madison's mom's like, what did I let her do?
Oh no.
Yeah. Permission slip.
Yeah, I think, I said this recently, and we were on that call this weekend, and I said it to the producers, where I said, social media has made it really easy for trolls and for the negativity to spread. But what never gets credit is the positivity that's come from social media, the army behind you for good, for change, for, being a part of something significant like this story, and figuring out how we get Jamie's case to change from
inactive,
not just inactive to
the classification
undetermined to homicide. Yeah, from undetermined to homicide. Sorry, it's 100 degrees here. So I think, though, that the amount of people we've been able to bring together and to see this and witness and listen is remarkable. Madison, you play a huge part in that, because you're doing all the social media communication, which is vital to building an army of people for good, for change. I mean, it's been instrumental in getting eyes on this story. And I can't say enough about that.
Not just that, but also people come to us and tell us more about this story through social. So, I mean, your management of that is, vital.
It's vital. And I think,
You don't have to be so nice to me in front of my mom.
Wait, your mom's here?
Wait, your mom's here? I totally didn't know that.
Is she in the call right now?
So I think, if we can use and treat things like social media as a voice for good and a voice for change, and focus on that versus, the trolls or the negativity or the arguing that we see that does happen, it sort of changes the story. It sort of changes the narrative of what something like this tool can do, right? This can in fact enact change, and that's something that's really important to us as storytellers, because we want to change opinions. We want to change the narrative. We want things to be addressed that should be addressed, right? Like, why isn't the ME having any checks and balances? Why isn't, it okay for the police to say, oh no, we figured out this is a homicide, it should be investigated and marked as such? Why is there one person that gets to say this and there's no check and balance, right? I mean, think about that not just in Jamie's case, but on a much larger scale. And we all just walk around thinking those things are happening behind the scenes. To find out that they're not is sort of really
disappointing,
jarring too. And I think social media has allowed us the ability to get in touch with people to find this information. Just like some of the authors and historians we've interviewed, you know, they were accessible to us via social media through introductions also, but like Steel City Mafia, the author of this book and his career as an intelligence person has, you know, I found out so much from social media and was able to find his credentials and see what he's worked on and who he's worked for and the government and all what makes his stories more valuable than just hearsay, right? Things like that. So yeah, I don't know why I got off on this tangent, but I like it because Madison's awesome.
I liked where it was going.
Because Madison's awesome. We said it at the same time.
Maddie, did you tell them about that show that I was telling you about?
Oh boy.
Oh no. I forgot.
It was like an undercover. It's a show on. I can't remember the name, but they had people from all over online.
Is it Don't Fuck with Cats?
Were looking into different deaths that you know they didn't have, you know, like they couldn't solve.
Oh.
And these people were helping other detectives go and find, you know, what was going on, and they came to like solving several crimes.
That's amazing.
Social media, right? It was like reaching out to people through social media. They were finding, they were solving it.
Yeah.
You send me the name. I'll have to look into it and I'll send it to you guys.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, that is exactly the message that we're trying to impart. And
the resources they had these resources that they were looking into things. It's like, oh my God, where did they even think of, you know, getting that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It was like, how? So, yeah, you should look into that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. You know what's so funny? All of this brings me back to when Jason Bieber and I started dating, our relationship, and he was like, do you want to take a ride to San Francisco with me? And this was like date number 3. And I was like, I don't know anything about you. I'm going to need your mother's maiden name, your social security number, your driver's license number, and your last 2 known addresses. And I passed those to 3 women in my life. And I was like, do all the research you can right now before I say okay to this person.
And I'm the one who felt violated.
I have my girlfriends in the car, and every single one of them do that with every person we've ever met.
It's like there are tools, and you know, we are going to teach everybody how to use these tools to protect themselves. Yeah.
Exactly.
I love this.
So we're coming almost to the end of our time here, but before we do, I just wanted to say we're working on our finale.
Yep.
And we're excited to bring it to you. I don't know if anyone has any last questions before we go, but yeah, we're just really grateful to everybody who's been listening. It continues to be an incredible experience, and yeah, we thank you all for just listening and sharing and helping us get the word out to other people about this story.
It's been a blast.
It's been great. Thank you guys. Thank everyone for joining us. Janet, thanks for being so encouraging and for giving us Madison. And thanks for being here in Madison. Have fun at the beach. Do not drown. I will kill you.
I will send out all the social media posts later. So
Awesome. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.